Hi, it's Joey, and today we're going to do our workout outside, so welcome to my trail. Let's go. Let's just start off with a bit of a rotation to get those shoulders going, because you never know what you might find in those woods where you're going to need everything nicely warmed up. Looking behind. And then we're off, up those steps. Flick the heels as you go. And then maybe a few skips actually. Off we go. Drive those knees nice and high. So I have a mix of apparatus throughout the trail. Some of it is made from the woodlands and some of it is made for the woodlands. One of the exercises I want to start with works nicely for the neck and upper back. And that's just pressing your hands against something. Hands, elbows, shoulders all pinched backwards, so you can really feel it working in this upper part of the back here. It's great for posture. It's great for those who work at desks, who are slumped and rounded shoulder throughout the day, which after a while, of course, becomes a bit of a habit. So just two more. Nice long press. Really emphasize it. Last one. Hands a bit higher maybe. Make sure the hands are nearly touching, the fingers are touching. And on to the next. So I'm just taking you down here to the riverbank where we have some toad stumps for one leg work. Arms out to the side, tummy in. Just slowly down and up. Really fix your vision on something so it doesn't move, or you don't move. And watch the tracking of that knee, see how stable it is. It might be wobbling left and right. And then lift up that leg, bend the supporting leg, tilt it forward. Touch it to rebalance yourself. And you'll feel that right by the glute fold. And then change legs. So arms out. You'll find one knee is a little bit more stable than the other. Really, you can't go slow enough with this, and there's no sticking up or down. It's totally fluid. And ideally, you're going to feel it working on the outside of the thigh here, and hopefully not around the ankle. Okay, like before, lengthen the leg behind, tilt forward, restabilize and touch. I mean, obviously you don't need a toadstool for this. It's just that I've got one today, so I'm using it. But it is quite good because it throws your balance all the more, and you're forced to stabilize all that you can. Okay, off to the next one. This next exercise I like particularly because it's a real feel-good one for opening up the rib cage. And the intercostal muscles. And if you do it with a nice deep breath at the same time, you can really optimize the expansion of the chest. And then circle the arms around the head as much as you can go. So you're really making a good spherical movement, an orbit around your head. I also like to work the shoulders, which we can do with or without a band. I'm going to use it this time, just in case you've got one. And you can push up to the side too. Just gives a little extra resistance on those deltoids, on your shoulder muscles. One more to the other side. And then I'm going to keep using the band, but you can do it fine without the band. Crossing it over, rounding the back, flattening it. So this could be like a hunchback, and then fully extend. And if you have no band, of course all you're going to do is hunch round, really pull in on the tummy as if you've been punched in the tummy, and then extend like a bird in flight and along. And off we go to the next one. So around the workout trail I've got chains and stations and things that we can use, but right now I want to keep going with our workout here. If you can find a wall or something you can be close to that you're going to throw yourself into, so like 2/3 of a metre away from it, throw yourself forward without hitting your head, chuck it back. And it's actually meant to be a little bit off balance there. So you can see that I'm on the balls of my feet, and as I lean, my knees are still fractionally bent. So it's like a real ready, steady, go position. Just do a couple more, and then we're going to upgrade it a little bit with a single leg move and one arm. So that's there and back. Drive the opposite arm, still keeping that foot, that knee slightly bent, and up. Then change sides. It doesn't look like much, but it really is activating quite a bit of power around the supportive muscles of the knee. And these kind of things that I put around here are for back work, tricep work, chest work. They become so versatile. So this is really what I was trying to show on the tree. This would be the perfect thing to have if you've got some kind of a suspension system. You crouch down here, you push out. Same thing, that you don't straighten the knees, you go right on your toes from beginning to end. Be careful not to extend too far with those arms, because it's a long way back on the midsection if you overextend. And then replicating the knee raise. And that's quite a sort of powerful sprinty move, like part of the leg drive as we run. Change sides. And you can see I've got a simple system here. Some of you might have other suspension systems at home. And then there are good and there are average and then very good ones. Super versatile too. Quick turnaround. Pulling up through the back. The back's actually quite difficult to exercise at home unless you've got some kind of a pulley system or bars. So this works beautifully. It's simple and super effective. I've always enjoyed bars and rings and things, and I particularly like them for girls because they work nicely on a narrow back. They give a strong narrow back without giving too much width. And we can always just make it nice and easy for ourselves by jumping. And depending on how strong you are, you will get quite strong soon, and you won't need to touch down at all. And then you can mess around with it and do tricks which you used to do in the playground. Lift-ups. And control it super slow on the way down. You'll feel that tomorrow. So these kind of beams are really versatile actually. The temptation is of course just to stroll along it and do a few swings and try to stabilize yourself. But in this case, we're going to use it as if it's your sofa or your chair at home. You just dip behind, nice and steady. If that feels too easy, then you can always lift a leg, change whenever you want, lift an arm, you'll know that one's happening, change arms, then you can turn around and work the chest. It makes a press much easier as you press down. And then if you want to make it a little bit tougher and bring your midsection in, you can do a little bit of a dragon walk with that outside leg. changing all the time. And if you're looking for something even tougher, which works the top of the chest nicely, raise the feet on the sofa and take the forehead down to the ground. Now that mini workout really gets the chest and shoulders working. So for this next thing, you don't need a little obstacle course like I've got. You can just do it along the corridor. And if jumping isn't really your thing, pony jumps might feel a little bit more comfortable. Finishing the circuit here, we're going to do a couple of leg exercises. So if this is you at home, you're going to sit back as if perching on a really low poof or stool. You can even touch down. And the angle, as you can see, of the backside is really leaning back, taking my arms forward so that I can counterbalance myself and activate the glute muscles a whole lot more. Then another one, which is great for the backside and the glutes, taking one leg up behind, lunging forward and rotating as you go. These kind of things you actually don't need to do loads of. Of course you can add weights, but you can make quite an explosive action too by dropping fast and coming up slow. So changing over. Last one. Okay, going straight for a nice comfortable ending here. I'm going to take the figure of four position. With my foot on my knee here, with the other hand at 45 degrees. And I'm going to rock that foot round with the knee nice and high and place it on the ground. With the other arm up high, turn the head towards it, rock forward, keeping that knee high. And I've got both feet placed on the floor now. Just turning around for a good adductor stretch, which is the inner thigh. Pull up the legs, widen them out a little bit. Give it as much flex as you can, so long as you're not feeling it right down the pubic bone, and it's very much something that you feel on the inside. With every out breath, you can expect to gather a millimetre or two of stretch. Thanks for following me through this trail. I hope that you can join me for real one day.